Hello, sir. This is my second test video, and in this video, I am going to explain about the chapter Amanda, which is written by Robert Klein. In this poem, Robert Klein is trying to explain about the situation of a teenage girl who is being ordered by her mother to live a disciplined life. So let's start the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hurt your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. These lines are said by the mother of Amanda, and she is saying her to not to bite your nails and don't bend your shoulders and sit up straight and stop that slouching at once. In the next line, it is about the imaginary world of Amanda that has been explained. There's a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. In this line, the poet is trying to explain about the imaginary world that Amanda has created in her mind. She is saying that may she lives in a relaxed and beautiful green sea, where only she lives and no one is anyone else not lives there. She lives like a mermaid, and she can go here and there without any restriction at her decision and make her own decisions. In the next line, the poet is saying, "Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda." These are said by the mother of Amanda, and she's asking her, did she finish her homework? And the mother asked her to clean up her room. Did she did that? And her mother told her to clean her shoes. Did Amanda clean her shoes or not? In the next line, the poet is trying to explain about another imaginary world that has been created by Amanda. In these lines, the poet is saying that I am an orphan roaming the street, I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. In these lines, the Amanda is comparing her with an orphan, but in actual, Amanda is not an orphan, but she is just comparing her with an orphan in her imaginary world. She's saying that might be she is an orphan roaming around the street. She patterns the soft earth, makes different patterns in the soft earth with her bare feet. Means nothing in her feet, just making patterns on the soft dust. The silence is golden and the freedom is sweet. In this line, Amanda is saying that when she will live like an orphan, she will get a very silent world that will be very golden and very good for her, where she will get much freedom. In the next line, the poet is saying, "Don't eat your chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda?" These lines are said by the mother who is being frustrated of her daughter's silly activities. She's saying that don't eat that chocolate. And she's asking Amanda not to eat chocolate. Remember your acne, Amanda. Because Amanda has pimples, so her mother is asking her not to eat chocolates. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Her mother is asking to you. Her mother is asking her to look at into her eyes when she is speaking to her. In the next stanza, the poet is trying to explain another imaginary world created by Amanda in her mind. In these lines, the Amanda is saying, "I am an Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is a tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair." In these lines, the Amanda is trying to comparing her with Rapunzel, who is an imaginary creature who do not have any care. She lives her life in a very calm and peaceful tower, and she never let her down. She never let her hair down of the tower, so anyone can come into the tower and disrupt her peace and freedom. In the next lines, the in the next stanza, the which are said by her mother, is that the by in mother is asking Amanda not to ignore her words like this. So in the next lines, the mother is saying that stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I have nagged you, Amanda, at you, Amanda. So in these lines, the mother is saying that stop being irritating, Amanda. Stop being so moody, Amanda. She's always being a moody person. And in the last line, the poet is saying that if you will be irritated like this, so anyone will think that I have scolded you. I have nagged at you, Amanda. So stop be sulking and irritating at once. So this is the poem, explanation of poem from my side. Thank you.